I moved to Motherwell 16 years ago, and I happened to live next door to a member of the church and an elder who we've had various conversations about the church and lots of other things over the garden wall over the years. So I've kind of had an awareness of the church being in the background. I had a career crisis last year and ended up getting a new job for a local care provider, and was paid for my very first trip to Motherwell South in June 2024 as I accompanied a focus person to support them to attend church. My first impressions were of welcome and of joy. It was a really positive service that I was paid to attend, and it just made me think, right, I should be going back there more often, because I really enjoyed it. My interactions with everybody within the church have profoundly changed my life. I felt valued as myself, uncertain, clueless about lots of religious things, but actually that I am enough as I am.
I'm nothing like if I am his, and he is mine forever, and he is mine forever.
So I've continued to attend church services with no makeup, still not wearing makeup for my big screen debut, no handbag, no phone, and now that I've got the hang of the direct debit system, no money either. So I just walk up the road and experience whatever is happening. It's made it a very kind of safe environment to explore what's going on for me, and my faith has grown during this period, I think because it has felt safe. I think the quality of the Sunday services has been exceptionally good. They look like they're really well planned and thought out. The music kind of coordinates in and is beautiful. I find them interesting, and even as a newbie I can usually understand the main concepts of kind of what's going on in terms of the message being given. They're also quite varied and entertaining, which I think is a good thing, because I look forward to coming to church every week.
Where streams of living water flow, my ransom soul he leadeth.
Around about kind of Christmas time I started thinking about going to the groups, and I've been to several of them so far. I went to the Bible study group first of all, which has helped me understand that reading the Bible and praying is, well, for me up to now has been the cornerstone of how my faith has grown. I suspect most people watching this knew that already, but for me that was a new message. Now have my very own biblical role models, which I'm currently very much identifying with Lydia. The Bible study group has been lovely as a more supportive place to ask individual kind of questions. And I've been attending Chicks with Sticks, which has been an adventure in itself. At the beginning of Lent I felt inspired to make a quilt. The quilt that I have sewn during Lent is a visual representation of my faith over the past year. I'll show you the back of it first, which reflects my life in 2024, which is of my little heart sitting on its own with a sort of vaguely Christian backdrop to it. As a result of the experiences that I've had with Motherwell South Church over the past year, it now looks like this. It has been a kind of overwhelming positive transformation. Those are the words I put to it, but if you just look at the picture, that's kind of really what I kind of want you to see. The main thing that I wanted was a great big cross to represent Jesus, and it looks a little bit like the one that's up there, if you think about it, that I've been looking at for the last 8 months. That's what I wanted to be the kind of dominant focus of the quilt. I designed the quilt on the colourful side for kind of what was going on for me now, which is a very colourful aspect of faith. And then it was when I turned it over and looked where it had all been quilted that I kind of thought, oh, yeah. That's kind of what my life looked like. It wasn't unpleasant. It wasn't nasty. But I was very isolated in faith. And my faith wasn't in Jesus. It hasn't felt like I woke up one morning and knew that Jesus was for me and that was my life course. But it's changed over 8 months there. And I didn't see it coming at all. I came along to the church because I enjoyed the service, and I got the message that to follow, just to kind of follow and keep an open mind, I suppose, would be the kind of what I kind of felt.
The King that my shepherd is. Lost and foolish, off astray, but yet in love he sought me, and on his shoulder gently laid.
During the reflections, I was thinking about giving my life to Jesus, which I've done by sewing my heart at the bottom of the cross, and coming to the conclusion that I should really join Motherwell South Church. So please, can I join you? I've drawn myself as a hexagon because I've made a lot of hexagon quilts in the past. It's sitting there at the bottom of the cross on its own, and that's my Lent experience for 2025. But I'm not feeling isolated at all. I don't feel like I'm sitting at the bottom of the cross on my own whilst attending this church, that I am surrounded by other hexagons, and it feels like we're all pulling in the same direction in our own little ways. And I've received a tremendous amount of support, which has been about faith and growth and so on, as much as practical support or larking around, or all of the other things that kind of come with a kind of church as well. So one of the things I have in my heart is to expand the quilt to include any other congregation members who might want to sit at the bottom of the cross with me. I'm hoping that this speaks to people. There's a few people who've helped me a lot in the journey over the last 6 months who would be totally up for having a hexagon stuck on there so next to me, so that we can all be kind of at the foot of the cross learning together. I think it would be lovely if the hexagons expand to such an extent that they flow over the edges of the quilt and I have to make a bigger one.
Lover of my soul, on the mountain high or in the valley low, the King of love, my shepherd is. Never failing, ruler of my heart, everlasting, lover of my soul, on the mountain high or in the valley low, the King of love, my shepherd is. Thy goodness faileth never. Good shepherd, may I sing your praise within your house forever, within your house forever.